So as you guys know, the title of the video is hoping $5,000 can change my life.
I want him to succeed,
I wouldn't say that it was the easiest. This is Mike's clothes store. The store is loaded. In one sentence, what was that?
Insanity, bro.
Yo, you are trying not to step on anything, bro. The amount of stock that is in here. And all these shelves go 3 rows back. You just want a casual gold 64 just sitting in here, bro?
Ultimately, what I want to do is I want to get into 10,000.
Everyone's favorite store owner.
Yeah, right.
What's going on, guys? It's Doshi, and today I have a very special video for you all. Right now I'm at Retro Exchange, and I will be spending the most I've ever spent in a single video, which is going to be $5 grand. This $5 grand is gonna be really important. During the video, I'll tell you why, but for now, I'm super excited. The store is loaded. This is Mike's clothes store. You guys know Mike from the interview that went viral, stuff like that. You know, he's been in so many videos, but he's letting us into the clothes store, which is used for storage. And I kid you not, there are over like 10,000 games in here. No exaggeration. We're gonna show you everything that you guys have never seen before. So nonetheless, let's get started, dig, and hopefully we find some good stuff for the business and turn it into a flip. So I got 4 bins here. The goal is to fill them all up and probably get a lot more than just 4 bins. But titles I'm looking for, bread and butters, any Capcom games, RPGs, Square Enix, stuff like that. The stuff that sells quick, but usually like the Marios, believe it or not, they don't sell as fast as they should online. That's like more of an Amazon thing, which I'm not there yet. But we're gonna go through one section at a time. Literally every case has its own genre of console. So DS, Wii, PlayStation, GameCube, so on and so forth. And then downstairs is like the melting pot of everything that you don't even want to be in there until you fall and slip on some games. So we're gonna start off with this, and I got my brothers there to help me out. They'll be in the background if you guys are wondering who that is. And yes, just start digging, find some stuff that's gonna sell for the bee's knees. So off rip, Bomberman, everyone knows Bomberman, loves Bomberman, stuff like that. Gotta make sure everything's complete, which they are. And meanwhile, I'm looking at all these games. I'm gonna end up price charting everything to make sure that the value is gonna, add up to $5 grand, and then we'll take it from there in terms of, percentages and stuff. So. I think this is going to be it for the Wii. We still may visit the other store, the one that's actually open to the public, which he would hold all his Mario Karts, all his Mario Bros, right? Those titles actually sell. I've sold plenty of Mario Karts on eBay. But, there are titles that are left over here that I can utilize for sure. See what we can add up to. But that's enough for the Wii section. DS section is done. Wii is done. So now, I'm gonna turn over to the PS3 section. What's our total right now, bro?
Right now, 429.
429, bro. We just did 2 sections. So, let's keep looking. So as you guys know, the title of the video is hoping $5,000 can change my life. So I want to give you guys a little bit of context about that, and also give you guys a little bit of background knowledge about myself. So first off, my name is Daniel, and born and raised from New York. Growing up, I wouldn't say that it was the easiest, right? Coming from the environment where we come from, both me and Anthony together. New York City is a really tough place to live in. Thus, it gives us our solid personalities, keep it real, thick skin, right? And back in high school, as soon as I graduated, I had moved to Florida from Miami. At first, I wanted to go to college and graduate from culinary school. Always been a dream of mine. And I did it. I did my 4 years in college and got my culinary degree. Thus, entering the field, and that's when reality really struck me. So before the reselling, before anything that I knew, had knowledge about this whole entire niche, I was working in a restaurant that in the beginning it was nice. It was a Michelin star restaurant. And eventually over time, it became a work environment where it was depressing. It was nonstop telling me that I won't amount to anything in life from the higher ups. Depression really struck. I've had doors slammed in my face. I'd work 12 hours a day, no breaks. I get home, go straight to sleep. And as overtime was going, I became depressed. So I had to leave. And I didn't want to work in the field again. I've had other jobs where I worked in the food industry and it's all the same. The pay is bad. The work zones are just really harsh, brutal. And that was just a wake up call saying, damn, I wanted to do this for over 10 years and I wanted, I wanted to just stay away from it. So, not that my degree was from nothing, but it taught me how to run a business. So, back in Florida, I started my business with $800. And it wasn't like related to video games at all. It was actually Funko Pops, toys, collectibles. I started jumping into it after watching Froggy Flips on YouTube. As you guys know him, he went to yard sales, garage sales, and I kind of caught an interest for it. So I decided to start off with those collectibles, and I was selling at flea markets. Sundays, on my days off, I woke up at 4 in the morning, and I would sell at the flea markets, and it was pretty good. It was really hot. I'd be out there for 8 to 10 hours, maybe 95-degree weather, and I had to do what I had to do, and I started liking it. But eventually, things slowed down. That's when I stumbled upon a reseller named Phoenix Resale, and I decided to give the games a try. At the flea market, they sold immediately, and I think I got an idea of what kind of market I want to get into. No sealed games at the moment, don't want those. That's too specific. People want to play games. Yeah, I think Gran Turismo 5 was the like $8 one that we found at the flea market that one time, so let's not do that.
This one's 15.
And that's the range we want to hit too. A lot of the $15, $20 games, right? $30 occasionally, very occasionally the 50 and up. But like games like that, they sell fast. So I think that's it for P3. Yeah, I see nothing else that I want for the business. I don't want to sit on stuff. So that's that. GameCube, we love it. So, are there any good GameCube games here? That's the question, right? Because they're all the other one. Let's find out. Disney's Hide and Seek. Dead to Right's gotta be good, right? Case is a little nasty. No, it's not complete. Alright, that's fine. Beyblade? What y'all know about Beyblade? It's not complete. Barnyard actually has a good value to it. Barnyard. Yes, too. I think Barnyard's like a $25 game. Disney Extreme Skate Adventure. That one is like a $40, I think. So I'll take those as long as the conditions are good. Man, bro, don't you miss when games are like $10 used at GameStop and they just go crazy in price? It's nuts, bro. I might take the manual from here and I'll put it in this because this case is nicer. So let me swap discs. This disc is fried in the front.
Do you think there's some controversy for what you're doing right now?
Not at all.
No?
It's not even for the public. This is storage, bro. This is private.
Would you think people would feel some type of way for that?
Network. That's all I can say to you. Network. Learn how to be cool with your local game store so you can do things like this. He had Zuli sitting on the shelf. You know how much this is worth? Like over 100, bro.
Crazy.
Yeah, cause they gave it like horror lore. It's so stupid.
I think
But-
I've seen that.
Question is, are they complete though? Complete? Complete. We'll take a look at these. That's wild that he has these. Just two of these casually. I haven't seen these in the war or like in any game stores yet. So we'll take a look at that. That's interesting. Those will sell fast. Those will sell very fast. Coyote. That's not even a. That's not even a game. I was like, what the heck?
It's a movie.
Guys, leave a comment. What is your favorite GameCube game of all time? There was a game called Rain of Fire somewhere. I just saw it. 60 each price shot? Really? I guess the value went down.
News. Well, obviously.
We do that though. That was so fast.
Still $60. I mean,
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. And it's GameCube. GameCube sells.
in about like 2 weeks, we'll be continuing our 64 series, right?
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Yeah, great. Reminder. Yeah. That reminds me. We will be at Siege in July with Cruz, Weekly Warpipe, Russ, Sprooch, everyone. So we will be mainly focused on our 64 collecting series, as well as we're going to make a bunch of stops on the way since we are driving. Nice road trip. So stay tuned for that. And if you guys are going to be there, please pay us a visit. We'd be happy to see you all. All right, Bomberman. Bomberman Judders. Oh, wait, there's another Beyblade. Is this complete? Ha! This was complete. Ooh. Ooh, you feel that case, bro? Feel that. That's new, bro. Yo, when that case got that glossy feeling, bro, where it's smooth, like Diddy touched it. Yeah,
That's crazy.
that's new, dog.
That is wicked, bro.
11.
Put it in stock. It's fine. All right. Let me drag this out of the way. It just casually has like wave birds chilling here, you know. Switch remotes. Wild. Florida wasn't easy for me. During the ending stage, before I moved back to New York, while I was going through all these mixed emotions and just brutal mental health, my mom was diagnosed with cancer. So I'm sure you guys can imagine how I felt about that. With no money at all, because I was already going through a hard time. I got laid off my job, another job besides the restaurant. I barely had any savings. I was just barely making it to pay my rent. And I had to fly over to New York because when my uncle showed my mom through FaceTime call, she couldn't even look at me. She couldn't talk to me. And I really thought she was gonna die. She had a surgery. So I decided to fly out there the next day with no money in my pocket. I think it was like a one-way ticket was like $500. When I saw her, it hurt. So thankfully, her spirit was lifted when me and my brother surprised her at the hospital. And after that, we took care of her for 2 weeks straight in her house for her to recover. And then I had to go back to my life in Florida, dealing with what I was already dealing with. So at the end of living in Florida, I decided to move back to New York, leave everything behind, and just start over. As I mentioned, I was going through a really hard time. I didn't even care if I woke up the next day. I had no energy for nothing. I slept all day. So when I came back in here, I was just really hoping to be with my family again and just start a new chapter in my life where I can redeem myself and become the best version of me possible. So I ended up moving back in with my mom, and now I still live with her. I help her with the rent because it's almost impossible to live in NYC by yourself. And at first, the business wasn't really my focus. It was more in terms of getting my mind together and settling. And over time, I was slowly getting into it. I learned how to sell better online. I started meeting people. And after that, me and Anthony decided we to start a YouTube channel because I looked up to Retro Rick, because I looked up to Phoenix Resale, Pixel Game Squad. And we did it. We did it. So this video is about me going to Mike's store, and he is the person that kind of really started the YouTube channel off with the bang. We did a $20,000 collection video that me and my father had split to buy it, and that was our first video. 4 videos later, we stumble upon Mike's. It's our second time meeting him. That video goes viral. YouTube channel takes off, and ever since then, we kind of found out that YouTube is something that we really want to do and we enjoy, especially Anthony's videography background. My first job in NYC was working in a warehouse, and I worked graveyards 5 days a week with barely any time to even focus on the business. YouTube was a very, very rough time because I couldn't even get the weekends off. So for me and Anthony to communicate and plan ahead in terms of scheduling, a lot of sacrifice came to that. A lot of restless nights. Right after work, we'd head right out to the flea market. I'm tired and I still gotta work that night, kind of thing. But nonetheless, moving forward, YouTube channel's growing, the business is good, and I got a new job. I was working at Amazon, delivering. Over half a year ago, I announced that I stopped doing a 9 to 5. But unfortunately, right now, not that the business is doing bad in any type of way. As you guys are watching, I'm picking up a $13,000 collection. But life is starting to catch up to me. My college debt is still there. My car payments are still there. My insurance just increased. Rent is going up. And I'm at a point in my life where I might not even have a place to live in the next 2 months by September. And that's something for me to figure out. My mom is planning on moving somewhere else, and that doesn't include me. So it's up to me to find out how I'm gonna handle my life. So I am working my Amazon jobs again, thankfully, according to my own schedule, but I just need that extra support to help myself pay the bills without it coming straight from the business, because it's just really harsh financially for me right now. So I'm kind of at a stage in my life right now where I have my hopes high for what you guys are watching now, and I'm crossing my fingers that all of this stress, all of this burden, this pressure that I'm going through right now subsides. 2 months ago, one of the worst things that could have happened in my life. I can't give the specifics because it's just a little too personal and it's not in my place to say, but I had to go through a loss for a family member. And not that the business was declining, but everything had stopped. And that's all I'm gonna say about that situation. But because of that pause, I stopped working. I stopped listing. I stopped buying. We stopped YouTube, which was our first ever pause in over a year and a half. So because of that, I'm a little behind on everything. and I'm still going through things as we speak. But listen, I'm just trying to make it out of here again, like I did when I first moved to Florida. I want to take care of my loved ones. I want nothing but success for myself as well as Anthony, and we're working really hard to make it a dream where we don't have to rely on any jobs, but we can only depend on ourselves to grow as large as we want, because any job has a limitation no matter what it is, and it's up to us to outgrow that and break the chains where there's not one restriction to what we want to do financially, work-wise, anything. And I hope all of you guys can respect that. You guys don't have to like me. You guys don't have to like what I do. But in reality, I'm a human being. I go through a lot behind this camera, as well as everyone else does. But I'm nothing but a man of my word, and I bust my ass to make sure that I'm working towards what I want, and my dream is what you guys are watching me do. So, thankfully, because of Mike, this is the beginning to me elevating as high as I can for the business. And I have nothing but high hopes to what the rest of this year holds. And it's nothing but positivity, love, hard work, and nothing's gonna stop me from doing what I wanna do. Same with Anthony. Anthony's my partner in all this. Been friends since 6th grade. So I hope all of you guys are enjoying the video. That's just a little bit of background from me. I hope everyone, understands what I'm dealing with out here. But the support means a lot. And I'm grateful to all the connections I've made because of this. And without you guys, this channel wouldn't be what it is. Without all the friendships I've made, the business would probably be failing because I'm not getting as much leeway to succeed as, others would. I don't have a brick and mortar. I go out there and I hunt. So, again, Mike, thank you if you're watching this video, and I appreciate all of you. All right, so update. We've been here for what, 2 hours, right? Be safe. Yeah, so about 2 hours. So far, this is our stack. Tons of GameCube, Xbox, PSP, a lot of PSP actually. Some banger PS1 titles that most of them I've never even heard of. We just looked through this bin right here, Super Nintendo games. So I came out with a couple. Gotta look at the bin underneath. I believe there's 64 games underneath this bin, or a little bit more Super Nintendo. But bro, what's our total right now?
Total 36.55.
36.55. That's at market. That's not including any percentages off or nothing. So I'm paying full price for these right now based off of that 3,600. So we're gonna keep looking, keep digging, and we're gonna get to the basement in a second after this bin. And I'm not gonna hold you guys up. It's gonna be wild.
Are you ready?
Whoa.
Are you ready?
What about Snoopy versus the Red Bit?
I think we
you
had
ready?
that game
Boy,
already.
you don't
but for a
get that
different-
camera out, man.
Are you ready?
Huh?
I think we have that game before a different.
PS2, yeah.
I wonder how close I can get. It looks warped.
That's hilarious.
So now, we just looked upstairs, grabbed everything I wanted. We're at about like 39.50, 39.70. So I got this bin. You guys are gonna see downstairs and what it's really like, the reality of being a game store owner, bro. This is gonna be insane. You guys are gonna be like, whoa. So check it out, see what we can grab, finish up the $1,000, and then we'll figure out what the percentage is gonna be off. Let's go. Yeah, I used to order this all the time. Yo, in high school, I actually used to be subscribed to this.
Yeah.
Video Game Monthly. They send you a box of random video games based on what console you want every month for a subscription price. Yeah, I used to order this all the time. That's funny. I haven't seen them in a while. They're still in business. Yeah. All right.
them to be facing.
Wall of guitars, bro. Don't trip and die. There's no workers' comp. Yo, you are trying not to step on anything, bro.
I know, man.
All right, guys. So welcome to the basement of the graveyard of games, bro. Games that will never be seen. I see Super Smash Bros. Melee over there. I even see that earlier.
Yeah, it's just mad stuff.
The amount of stock that is in here.
Hold on, let me turn around. Yeah.
And all these shelves go 3 rows back. At least. Let me give you guys an example. Oh, yeah, look at all these Wii's, bro. NES's, Wii's, Xbox One S's, GameCube stacked all the way to the back. Crazy, bro. Xbox is just stacked, bro. It's crazy. It even has a cocktail arcade machine, you know? Some casually sealed games. I wish. You know, but Mike has worked very hard for this, so, you know, I mean, it's understandable. And he's the only, like, game store in the county. So, therefore, you know, the amount of populated, you know, area this covers, it's kind of crazy to believe how many people walk in, you know, a day with trade-ins. Honestly, the store was closed. Some guy walked in here, and he had a bag of trade-in, and we had to let him know to go to the actual store that's open. Just a normal thing. Normal, literally, maybe a trade-in comes in like every 20 minutes in the store. So, wild. Look.
So,
this sealed copy of Perfect Dark, bro.
oh, shit.
That's sealed.
Damn, dude.
Look, there's an. I see Atlas right here. This is sealed too. What is this? Whoa. What is this? That's big, bro.
It's a big
King of Fighters. Premium edition, Born to Fight. That's nuts, bro. What is this, Mega Man X? Like, PC? Some 64 games in here? Okay. That happened. It's insane, bro. It's overwhelming. So we're gonna try to find our games in here throughout this entire mess. Not mess, just clutter. And Mike is actually moving out of the store. Look. Casually just have
I'm bumping into everything.
everything. Casually just has sealed Switch games in a box. Let us know what you guys think about this in the comments. Is this hoarding? We're gonna ask Mike later. We're gonna ask him. And Mike has no problem never selling this. That's the crazy part.
He said it, yeah.
He has no problem leaving this down here. Shit. This whole everything here can burn, and he's not gonna take it out. That's the like mind-boggling part. SpongeBob TV, go crazy, bro. Yo, I don't like where you're standing.
Come on, Daddy.
Excuse me, sir.
My bad, bro.
Let's keep it professional here, man.
Where the baby oil?
Bro, it's not gonna. Yo, I'm not gonna hold you, bro. I don't think I can like look at these, dude. They're facing the other direction. We're never gonna know what's in here. I ain't digging past these layers, bro. I'm on my knees right now, bro. Yeah, look what I found on the floor underneath the thing.
It's for my cheeks. What?
Look what I found underneath. There you go. Pokemon Battle Revolution. I can go back down there.
Remember that, bro? $100?
$100, bro. Alright, let me look a little further this way. Excuse me, sir. You're on my way.
SpongeBob TV though.
Buy it, bro.
I should, right? Replace it with my monitor.
You check Pro Street for 360 or P3?
P3.
There's one for 360.
Can you look up Need for Speed Pro Street on Xbox 360?
Let's take our guesses right now, bro.
20.
12.
Xbox 360.
Mhm.
Complete.
Yep.
11.
Oh.
1188. So yeah.
I was close.
I was saying.
You're so good at this, man. You should take my job.
Shoot, yo, mystery game.
Mystery game. You can see that there's nothing in there, homie.
What was the reflections?
It's like we're in the archives.
Yo, chill,
like
bro.
in the library, bro.
These are empty boxes.
Bro, you just want a casual gold 64 just sitting in here, bro? It's like,
Why is he a genie? Should put it back.
it's crazy, bro. I can't believe this is like any reseller's dream, bro. But Mike is the one person. There's no way for him to get through this stuff, you know. And he's not even like, it's not like he's selling online either, you know what I mean? Well, he is. Now he is. Now he is. But like, you think he has enough MLB baseballs, bro? Or, like zoom.
It's crazy,
Bro, I can't see. I can't see, bro. Yo, you want it in the other room? Yo, you don't fit through here. You think you got enough copy of Halos?
That's crazy.
He just has like, look, he just has like these boxes. Like, he just has a GameCube box just sitting here. PS2 box. That's he has bongos. These are all his consoles that are boxed up ready to sell. He has like God of War PS4. All these boxes underneath the staircase, bro. Yo, he has a Fushigi in here, bro.
Fushigi.
It's like, yo, bro. And then, you want to show the camera all the consoles he has here? Can you fit?
He just has a bike in here, just chilling.
Does he have a bike? Where? All right. Yeah, let's show the audience all his consoles.
Oh shit.
Xbox 360s, all across. PS1s, 2 rows back. Also, these go 2 rows back.
Crazy.
Wild. So we're at 4,500 right now. We're gonna go to the other store. I already called Mike, and we're gonna see what else we can grab from the other store. The main games are at the other store. You know, this is the stuff that he has in storage. That's not like that needs to be pushed out right away, right? But we grabbed what we can that works for me. So there should be a lot of like mid-dollar games at the other store that'll be great for my business. So we're gonna take a quick trip there. It's like 7 minutes up the block, and then we'll see Mike there. What games do you think we picked up so far?
How many games you picked up?
Yeah.
Like 20?
That's alright.
I hate all of you.
You know what I'm saying? Damn, bro.
Alright, bro. You're famous already. Don't
I
worry.
ain't famous for nothing, bro.
Famous, bro. Everyone's
crazy.
favorite store owner.
Yeah, right.
So we just came from the other store, right? And for the audience that just witnessed everything that was there in the basement.
Well, remember, you didn't see my other basement, too. That was one basement in the store. You didn't see the other basement. But yeah,
Alright.
yeah, no, I get it. It is a lot. It's a
So,
lot.
like, in one sentence, what was that?
Insanity, bro. That's just me hoarding. That's you know what it is. Being that I'm the only one in this area that does retro. Everybody tends to just bring me all their stuff, and I have a bad habit of not saying no to things. So I look at it this way. I want to feel like if something changes in the market and stuff just gets too hard to find or too expensive to buy, I just go shop in my store. I don't have to worry about sourcing anything or having to come out of pocket really heavy on stuff because I have a ton over there. And so it doesn't hurt me to keep it there because, as you know, the older things get, the more money they're worth.
Yeah.
So for me, it's not a thing where I have to, get it out the door and flip it. I'm okay with holding it.
Yeah.
I'm okay with what you saw is having that stuff over there. because the day I need it, I have it. And if stuff becomes harder to find and whatnot, I know I have consoles and games and all of that over there. So this is basically ensuring my longevity in the game.
Right.
That's what I'm doing. So that's why I don't say no to anything. So
Kinda.
I can have 100 Xboxes. I'll buy 100 more.
Yeah. And
You know?
they all saw the Xboxes. They saw the PlayStations. we turned the corners.
Like it's insane.
Yeah, bro.
You know, so it's like I'm good. I'm good for a while. So
Yeah.
no matter what happens in the market, I'm good. You
And
know?
my other question, right? So right now we're at $4,600 dollars.
Yes.
I'm trying to spend $5,000.
Yes.
When I hit the $5,000,
Yes.
what's the plan?
Well, you see,
What do you have
want
in
them
mind?
to know?
What do you have in mind?
You want them to know?
Depends what you say. Depends what you say.
So I know Doshi for a while before he started doing the YouTube and stuff, and he was just getting into it. So I got a soft spot for Doshi, you know, and I know he's trying to come up and he's trying to make a name for himself and establish himself. And so, you know, I want him to succeed. You know, a lot of business owners, a lot of other people, they don't want the competition. I don't consider him competition. You know, he's in the same field as me, and he's reselling and trying to make a name for himself and make some profit. So obviously, you know, I want to see him succeed. You know what I mean? So if he spends 5,000 with me today, ultimately what I want to do is I want to get him to 10,000. So that way he's buying everything at 50%. I want him to double his investment. That's the goal, you know. So I want him to shop around, get some more stuff, and ultimately spend 5,000 with me. But when he cashes out, at least he'll have doubled his investment, and then he can take that money and be invested in something else. So that's my goal with Doshi today.
So basically, you're saying after this $5,000 purchase, don't ever fucking come back to the store.
Nah, I want him to double up and come back again.
Nah,
You
but,
know, so you know, and that's another thing. I'm able. A lot of business owners aren't able to do this. They don't have as much stock as me. They don't have, you know, so they wouldn't do that. That's a concern for them, and I'm okay because I'm buying every single day, and so I have so much, you know. So what you're taking today doesn't even make a dent.
Yeah, no,
You
yeah,
know
we
what I
see,
mean?
yeah,
Like,
everyone saw.
literally doesn't
Everyone
even make
saw.
a dent.
Yeah.
I don't even have to see what you got. I don't care because it doesn't make a dent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'll recoup that in a couple of weeks of them bringing me trades.
Yeah.
You know, don't get any ideas. I don't want nobody in Yonkers. I own this over here. Don't get no ideas. Next thing you know, I got 5 other retro stores opening up in Westchester. Don't get no ideas. This is me. So, but yeah, so I'm not worried. I want you to succeed, man. I want you to do well. So yeah, so I want you to come in here now, start picking through everything, and put together another couple bins of stuff, so that way you're good.
But I appreciate you, bro.
You already know.
So, all right, so let's keep looking. We're at 4,600. We haven't broke the 5Gs yet, so.
Woke up today, smile on my face, may not go my way, still got my faith, so I'll be okay. I'll be okay, I'll be okay. Running our race, just at our pace. Made some mistakes, but learned a few things, so I'll be okay. I'll be okay, I'll be okay. Yeah, I've been through it all, I've been through it all. Looking at Goliath at the stand tall. My heart, it feel like David every time I fall. My problems look like giants, I'ma slay them all. Every single beef, I had to let it be. Spend a lot of time wasting energy. That ain't made sense to me logically. But I feel way better when I walk in peace. Please don't bring the gossip to me. I mean, no offense, I'm finding out jealousy. Only a lack of confidence. Focused on me more, focused on you less. Everybody do that, look around and we blessed. Welcome today, smile on my face. May not go my way, still got my faith. So I'll be okay. I'll be okay. I'll be okay. Running our race.
All right, so what would you say? 6 hours later? 6 hours later, we finally rallied up to 10K. And these are our pickups. Bunch of GameCube, PlayStation 2. I think the PlayStation 2 and GameCube are like half and half in terms of quantity. But there is not one filler title in this lot. So yeah, 10K value. I'm only spending 5. So this is the greatest pickup, right? Because I got to choose my own inventory. Basically, it's like start your own store. That's basically what I did. And yeah, dude, it's just quality, nothing but quality. Titles, nothing but fire, bangers, PS1. Just, it's nuts, bro. It's nuts. And I didn't even make a dent in the man's store. I did not make a dent. The man has so much games. It's ridiculous, bro. I can probably spend half a mil, and maybe like a quarter of his inventory, like will be left. You know what I mean? It's nuts, bro. But I can't be more grateful to have Mike as a mentor and a teacher, and nothing but good to me. And he's the reason why this channel is this big. He's the reason why the business is flourishing, and this is gonna bring it to a whole new level. I'm thinking about vending at a coming up convention. If I do make that official, then I'll officially announce it. But working on that. Nonetheless, let me get this man paid. So I have $5 grand right here on hand. 5 G's.
5 G's, thank you. That's money for me. For you
So there you go. So now I have to go sell ass on the street.
too. That's crazy.
Mike, he's 5K.
Thank you, sir. I'm rich.
Yeah, you make that shit in a
Also,
day.
a little extra bonus. Take the system too.
The 64?
Yeah, you can take it too.
Oh.
You can take that too.
Man gave me a complete in-box console, bro.
Big blessings,
Alright.
Bro,
There you go. Minty fresh.
Damn.
nah, come on, you can't make that up, bro. Whether he did that for the camera or not, the man loves me, bro. I don't care. But it ain't fake. I'm taking this home whether he wants it or not. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the story that I told over the video. And nonetheless, we're just going to keep growing, spread positivity around, and let's keep doing what we got to do, you know? Playing Nostalgia Doshi. I'll see you in the next one. Catch you all later.